How should I think of ASICs and proof of stake? We get this question a lot, and today we're going to take you through both of those. ASIC mining. ASIC stand for Application-Specific Integrated Circuits.
Specialized hardware made with cheap components.
Usually custom tailored to mine a specific currency. Bitmain has been trying to expand its reach and released ASIC miners for some of the big three, ZCash, Monero, and Ethereum recently. This didn't work out so well for Monero, who awesomely forked or wrote code to basically make their algorithms ASIC resistant, making all of those ASIC miners for Monero obsolete. Ethereum, however, has yet to make such a leap, and that matters because they command nearly 2/3 of GPU mining hash rate by our estimates. Now, it does seem like they may be going ASIC resistant too, and we'll walk you through that. Once news broke about Ethereum ASICs, an Ethereum improvement proposal was issued on Ethereum's website to modify the mining algorithm to be ASIC resistant, much like Monero had done. That proposal touched off a debate and made its way to the Ethereum Core Devs meeting agenda held in early April. We've included links to relevant segments of the actual meeting, which you can see on YouTube below. Now, a lot was made of Vitalik's initial reaction. He didn't want to focus resources on it. He wanted to just spend it on proof of stake, and he reiterated that during this dev conference. But toward the end of that same conference,
my personal kind of intuition is that if we can just kind of farm it off to someone to make a GPU version of any hash algorithm, then that would probably make the most sense. Ideally, make sure to find ways to do that in parallel with all of our other work, so it doesn't, like slow down client optimizations or.
And again, we'll have timestamp links to these conversations below. Now, fast forward to 2 dev conferences later, and another EIP had made its way to the agenda. And if you look at the technical details, it had already been implemented. And the developers who came to this meeting, outside developers, precisely the kind that Vitalik had left the door open for, ones that they could farm out, do most of the work, talked about just that.
Next, we're hoping that this should be rolled out this week. So again, we are taking on the implementation work ourselves and ensuring that there's nothing the developers of the Ethereum community need to do.
If you listen to the whole conversation, the Ethereum core developers seemed mostly warm to the idea, and the implementers of this code also suggested that it would clean up some of the flaws of the existing hashing algorithm that developers had some concern about. So prognosis on ASICs, still uncertain but looking good. This means buying an ASIC miner may be a bad idea, and that GPU miners should expect a decrease in network hash rate
once existing ASICs become obsolete,
which should translate to marginally higher profits.
To stay up to date on more developments, subscribe below and follow us on Twitter. Want to know what we think of proof of stake? Check out this video.